Hey guys, snarfflarf here, and welcome back to another episode of Not for Broadcast. This one should hopefully be recording in the correct resolution and won't be in 480p. Sorry about that. Oh god, last episode a nuke went off. I forgot about that. My daughter is dead. Let's see what happens next. Day 9/12, the uprising. A year and a half since Liberation Night. It's been a year and a half since the nukes.
Alex, are you receiving? This is Alan James. The revolution starts tonight, Alex, and we need your help.
Robin.
Throughout this broadcast, we're going to ask you to do things that will directly help with this mass protest. I'll be talking to you regularly tonight, and I'll also be hacking you when I can.
Oh, what?
Please help get our message out.
Oh, I'm gonna run crazy, Neil.
Alex, you've always been fair and balanced in your approach to us. With your help, we can tip the balance in our favor. If you play our tape at the second break, that's when we think it will have the most impact. It's on your right.
What is this?
Of Just the Job, followed at 10 p.m. by a chance to see the very last episode of Just the Job.
Jesus, so what?
How's he doing?
How should I know?
What, you haven't heard from him?
I don't know.
Criminal, Colin.
So's my nan.
Oh god, I don't want to play this.
Grandmother's on the
No.
run, Colin.
Yeah.
I don't want to play this, but also I don't want...
Double homicide of the same bloke. She's right, laugh.
Nukes.
He's all right, though. No, he's got this far, and your brother was fine. Going in 10 seconds, everybody. I wonder what they're doing to him.
Annoying him, probably.
Not probably, definitely. Going in 5, 4.
Whoa, is her brother alive?
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News broadcasting across the territories. My name is Megan Wolf. Our top stories tonight.
Territory is
Future legend.
Are we all one country now?
Multiple attacks across the territories.
Is it like Futurama? Or just Earth? Oh god, why is it lagging so bad?
Emergency services were kept busy at the agricultural centres, while a series of covert attacks were carried out freeing political prisoners, including former newsman Jeremy Donaldson. Nothing has been heard from the missing journalist since the violent disrupt attack on his convoy 6 weeks ago.
Missing?
Donaldson was on his way back to Betterment after his notorious court appearance. All of us here at Channel 1 hope that wherever he is now, he's safe. Food, glorious food. With the last of menu centres opening in territories 5, 8 and 14 today, Advance confirmed that the programme is now in full operation, providing free food for every citizen of the new future. What started as rationing during the 20-week war has blossomed into a social contract.
Okay, but they nuked like 4 cities!
Jack Tractorpants, spokesman for the menu centres, said today that while they can guarantee the contents of every box is nutritious, the actual quality of the meals you cook depends on whether you have a touch of Chef Jordan Rankley or the culinary skills of a professional footballer. If I were a rich man, problems in territories 11, 17 and 22 today as striking bosses attempted to undermine their new economies. With seemingly no awareness of irony, the former CEOs and MDs have come together to form the Wealth Creators Union, with demands including a return to 150%
You know,
bonuses,
I think I did forget to fix my audio levels before I started recording.
in an annoying show of
Maybe this will
petulance,
be
the former elites
as bad as
drove
last
their
time.
luxury vehicles at 10 miles per hour
I'll
up
fix
and
it in
down the motorways
post.
of their respective territories. The coordinated protest of elites inconvenienced several 100,000 of their employees. Some fun now.
I don't know
Signs of ever
what
more
to do anymore.
resistance to Advance's radical policies today, as popular resistance movements
My daughter is dead.
extended their reach further across the territories. The organisation's emblem appeared in every major city across the territories last night in a well-coordinated publicity stunt, which has seen them dominate the headlines. Asked about the impressive display earlier today, Disrupt spokesperson Alan James said that the movement was reaching what he described as a critical mass. A poor choice of words given recent history. And a few stories we've been following for a while reached their conclusions tonight. Swing low, sweet chariot. The national outbreak of low-hanging testicular syndrome has been finally
the same
traced back
image.
to the activities of Rimington's Fist. What had at first seemed like a booming success for Sophia Rimington's pet project has ended uncomfortably for men throughout the territories. A slightly tipsy Sophia, who resigned this morning, commented that the men should stop whinging before driving off so quickly that one photographer's foot and both of his nuts were run over in the kerfuffle after falling out of the bottom of his trousers. A painful end to a difficult reign for the youngest female CEO in history. Teleportainted.
See, why is it always the evil
The
woman?
remaining scientists of Dante's taint seem to have vanished into thin air. After many months of silence, the rescue team finally.
Why is it always the evil woman, CEO,
This
president,
strange unknown
ruining everything?
was all that was found. Theories range from
That's-
teleportation to time travel or
Doesn't
just a
seem
half-finished hot tub.
like
Clean sheet.
fair.
After the cheeky wedding that had the whole territory talking, everyone's favourite nudists, Johnny Handsleeves and Tiffany
Why is the
Lenore,
censor
have
button
launched
now
an
just like
informative guide
no
to
talk?
making called The Wonder of Coitus. The Edurotic Handbook is the newest product in their body positivity range that includes a graphic novel about foreplay called Give It a Minute and their #1 single, Peace Anthem for Jilted Butt Plugs. All that, plus we'll be taking a trip to Dangly Parks for the notice board, as well as getting a sneak peek at the hottest ticket in town. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Alright. Okay. I'm still just looking around everywhere. Oh. Do I let this happen?
But first,
Wait. Oh,
500
it went
days-
away.
But first, 500 days program is dedicated to remembering and celebrating the life of Peter Clement. Patrick Bannon is live from Parliament Park.
Oh, the
where
other
Julia
president
Salisbury
died?
will be breaking ground on what will soon be a memorial garden in Peter's honour. Patrick.
Listening to that old bitch lying through her teeth about missing that poor bastard.
Patrick.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
We're live.
Because I'm not being funny. Things were better with Peter, weren't they?
Patrick.
They were, and I don't mind saying it. They were, because he held her back. But now there's no stopping
Hello,
her.
Patrick. We're
Of
live.
course, can't say that, can I, Francis? No, not with public ownership. No, with public ownership, you can't say anything these days.
There.
She's lost it, mate. She's completely off the rocker. I heard from an aide that... Hello, Megan. You join me here live from the what? Hello, Megan. You join me here live from the what? Oh.
We'll be going live to that groundbreaking ceremony just as soon as we can get Patrick back. Meanwhile, let me just say, I think the memorial gardens are going to be gorgeous. I've had a sneak peek at the designs and Alana Marsh has done a fabulous
Why does
job.
it have to be the evil
All
woman?
right, it seems like we have got the signal back. We can now go live to Patrick Bannon in Parliament Park. Patrick.
Thank you, Megan. I'm Patrick Bannon.
Did they take him off and shoot him off camera?
Here.
Did they take him down to
Apologies for
Urinetown?
the technical difficulties there, but any moment now, Julia Salisbury will step out on stage behind me.
Alex, Bozeman here. The boys in editing have just informed me that the eulogy footage isn't fully cut together yet. You're going to have to do it on the fly. For goodness sake, make sure you make it look good.
Slowly gathering since this.
Oh god.
This is Alan. You can undermine them here and help us win hearts and minds. Make him look bad, Alex. Really bad.
Ah!
And it seems
I
that
don't
the
like them because they
same person
nuked
who
millions of
is
people.
Minister Julia Salisbury, the picture of elegance to begin.
But I don't want to be like radical either
Good
way.
evening, fellow team and friends. 500 days ago, all
But
our lives
I mean, I
changed
guess if I'm
irrevocably.
choosing between two evils, I'd rather
Still
choose the
reeling
one
from the triumphs
that
and tribulations
doesn't
of
have
Liberation Night,
nukes.
another
So
great
I
loss
guess I
befell
have
the
to go with
people of
it.
these newly united territories. The loss of a leader, a statesman, a dear friend, and a hero. Peter Gordon Clement.
Peter's death at the age of just 62, of course, announced by the team on the 24th of December, just 6 weeks after Liberation Night.
Born to a working-class family on a housing estate in Rotherham, Peter first trained as a carpenter before getting his start on television. First moving and
him
building
when
scenery, and
he's
then
young?
developing into the personality that we all knew and loved so much.
Just the Job first hit our screens over 25 years ago, running for 11 series, winning multiple awards, and charming audiences up and down the country.
These look the same.
Peter taught us, all of us, not to be content with the way things are, not to accept inequities, no matter how small. But he also taught us what it took to fight them. Courage, integrity, empathy, and hard bloody graft.
Across a career spanning 3 decades, Peter Clement was known for shows including Wake Up, It's Saturday, and much later, late-night chat show PT, which at its peak drew millions of viewers.
What is with actors becoming politicians?
Trust me, he once told me he had
Can we
more
stop
regrets
that?
than he had stolen dinners.
Like, I know it's like they're an actor, so they're especially good at, you know, telling people what they want to hear and lying and stuff, which is good for them as politicians because that's what you need to do. And then they're always horrible. Can we stop falling for it? Can we stop falling for the actors?
All he had for the people of these united territories.
Famous for his potty mouth, it's estimated conservatively that Peter Clement uttered over 1.5 million swear words during his career, though some sources put this figure well in excess of 2 million F-bombs alone.
Gripped by illness as he was in the weeks and months leading up to Liberation Night, he wasn't the man we loved.
I wonder if she just killed him.
His eyes still twinkled with that familiar joy for life, that spark of wit and wisdom of a life lived for others.
Prime Minister Clement, of course, died from apparent liver failure after suffering from the long-term effects of alcohol abuse.
I first met Peter nearly 20 years ago. Moments before I was supposed to give a speech. Not unlike this one, actually. Only I'd spilt coffee.
I'm trying to make him look bad.
I was young, nervous, desperate to be liked, and from behind me I heard, "Christ, Pet, you've either pissed your keks or sprung a leak, but either way you got a problem." And before I could even say a word, he stripped off his dry trousers and insisted I took them. That was the sort of man that Peter Clement was. Kind, compassionate, sensitive, a brilliant thinker.
I do also feel bad, like,
but mostly
trying to slander a dead guy, but,
a good man.
I mean, I don't know.
This glorious, this so beautiful and new, this shining beacon of
Thank you, Alex. There'll be another opportunity to steer public perception soon. It's really starting. You'll know when.
His accomplishments, the future he forged, the boundaries he pushed, to me, he'll always be the man in his pants cheering on a stranger at the back of the conference.
I don't know. I don't want to go too far into disrupt, but I also don't want to advance to
Should we see if we can get a countdown going?
have nukes and kill people.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Now, Alex, control the message.
What?
Mom, we have to get you to safety. Come with us.
I'm not leaving, I can't. I'm not you too. Come with me. Don't panic. No. We can help you. We need a medic here. You're hurting me.
Well, stop resisting then. Stop resisting and we'll let you up.
I'm not resisting.
What are you doing?
Did they just bomb?
Mom, we have to stay by your side.
I am the Prime Minister, and if I give you...
Turn the camera off. National Night News. We have the right to be here. I said turn the fucking camera off. I said turn the fucking camera off.
Look at me. Look at me. Stay with me. Help me. Stay with me. We've got you. I've got you.
Thanks for coming. You sit down.
But she's being nice, but she also exploded people. But to disrupt just explode people? Why are they both exploding people? I mean, it's not as bad.
Target approaching Song.
More than 10 million people. Justice demands a response.
Haven't you done enough? Look around you.
I don't know.
What your precious freedom looks like is
Okay, but she... Okay, can they stop killing each other?
Location secure.
I said, lower your weapons now!
You set off 4 nukes!
Will you do it? Come on!
Will you turn that off, please, sir? I said, please turn that off. Please turn that off.
Shocking scenes from the capital there, exclusively on the National Nightly News, and our apologies to any of our viewers who might have found this evening's events upsetting. But at the National Nightly News, we believe in bringing you the raw, unedited truth as it happens, and we make no apology for that. We'll update you on the latest from this disrupt attack later.
I mean,
in the program, but when we come back, it's time for happier pursuits.
More innocent people were
You know
hurt.
what that means by now. Don't go away. We'll be back after this.
Who's that guy?
That didn't go so well, Alex. But we can turn it around in the next segment.
I don't... What was I supposed to do? I don't know.
This is the big one. Great. There's a revolution happening outside and we're off to fucking park. It's journalism, apparently.
We get set for the next sequence.
These both feel like...
Well, things are going pretty well for us. Sales are through the roof. So we thought what better
These are both like full on like... I don't know, like terrorist groups or something. I don't know.
Join today and you could receive a private education, an unbearable sense of entitlement, and your own middle initials. And if you call now, you'll also get...
Alex,
What am I supposed to do?
during this next section, a cameraman working in the newsroom who's one of us is going to get a coded location out. We don't know yet which camera he's on, but if we find out, I'll let you know. Just keep your eyes out for the fist and try and keep it on the air for at least 5 seconds.
But...
Operatives will do the rest.
Boy, you really can't afford to wait. Even though you...
Megan, do you want to make us artist, Craig?
No.
What?
No.
10 seconds, everybody. Sorry, Craig.
How could that... How could she act
Okay,
so...
we are going in 5, 4, 3.
sad about a person getting hurt
Welcome back to the National
when
Nightly
she
News with me,
murdered
Megan
millions of
Very
people.
shortly, we'll be heading
I don't
over to the final episode of what
And how could you be trying to fight against murdering millions of people by murdering more people?
Tell me, why do you think the public love the notice?
This doesn't make sense.
It's real. There, I said it. It connects with people. You know, people
Oh,
look
we're
at
still
us
doing windows.
and they say those are real people struggling with real problems.
Some water.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying to my PA secretary as I got out the limo, I was saying, it's good for people to see normal, authentic people like them on TV.
People like you.
Yeah, precisely. Unfortunately, then I was interrupted by some dreadful wretch who wanted an autograph, but a swift kicking from security soon put him back in line.
Yes, well, I think it's really good that our screens are filled with such relatable stories. So, the notice board is coming to an end after a sensational time at the top. What do you think has made this show so successful?
Oh, it's
A
ending.
combination of so many things. My hard work, my talent, my look.
Wow, you really have a lot to thank you for.
Hey, hey, hey. You're welcome.
We've just heard our man's on camera 4.
I have a real sense of responsibility now.
But-
You know, a sense I've been entrusted with something precious and that I should use that platform for good.
Yes, I think that's really important, that we should use this platform to do good.
Get back to the interview, Alex.
That's exactly it. So I've decided to help as many...
I hope that's enough to get the message out. Thank you for trying, at least.
Is that better access to education or
I
reducing
don't
child
know.
poverty?
No, by adopting as many as I can get my hands on.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
How many children have you adopted?
Oh, we're well into the double figures now, Megan. I stopped counting in the late 30s.
Goodness, that is a lot of children.
Yeah, once we finish putting them into the guest room, I'll have to put a futon in the laundry cupboard.
Oh, you really are some sort of hero.
Hey, I live a privileged life. What can I say? I mean, any child I can take on is a child rescued from suffering.
Poor children.
Is that gunshots and bombs?
Bad before.
Oh, they're Northern's, I presume so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's shocking to think actually that only 1 in 10,000 children
That is totally gunshots and bombs.
I'd never thought of it that way
And
before.
I'm doing everything I can to fix those numbers.
What do you think it is about your life that's so desirable then?
Well, it's mainly shame and panic interspersed with expensive bottled water, so actually, if anyone wants to, I'd happily trade.
Now that I can relate to. Right, you better go off and get ready. That was Philippa Radin sharing some thoughts about her lifestyle. I think it's really important to stay grounded and keep everything in perspective. Clearly, not everyone else agrees, but that's enough from me. Let's go now over to Dangly Parts for the final ever episode of the Notice Board.
To make them seem bad, right?
What a day! First the tea morning, and now to post this notice. I don't know how I managed to cope with it all. Oh wait, perhaps I do. Oh! By St. Barnabas, what on earth is all this?
Freeze, dirtbag!
Oh, Laura, it's you. I thought for a moment you were a knife-wielding mugger or stabber.
No, I'm afraid not. It's just me, a community cohesion officer, responsible for keeping crime at record lows.
Of course, keep forgetting that thanks to you and your colleagues, violence on our streets is a thing of the past.
What's all this, Vicar?
I know! It's a disgrace. Somebody has
We've managed to get the location code out through back channels. All you need to do is give them the go code. Give them 3 boos in a row for the next 3 cues. 3 boos, Alex.
Wait, what?
Oh, Vicar, it looks heavy.
Ha! They don't call me the Right Reverend. Ripped for no reason. Ripped for no reason.
Oh, I need to think that.
You missed it.
It's no good.
It looks like all those crucifix classes were a waste of time.
Perhaps you,
I don't know.
a young CCO, would be able to use it.
Oh, you're fucking us, Alex.
I don't know.
It looks like all those
Who now?
classes were a waste of time.
It's too heavy, even for me, a strong and capable
It's not enough. They won't go. Fall back.
enough to lift this.
Did someone call for the best firefighter in town?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Done, Captain Evans. You're so much stronger than us.
Especially me, the weak old man.
It's the least I could do for my community.
No luck catching the little devil then?
Unfortunately not. The ferret struck again last night. When Ray opened the post office this morning, he found that every single stamp had been pre-licked.
My God! Some people have no decency.
Sadly, if we don't catch him before tomorrow, we may have to cancel the village fete.
Don't worry, we won't let that happen. Will we,
Wait,
Vicar?
No.
You don't have to like stamps with the
Tell me,
envelopes.
why do they call him the ferret?
Some say it's because of his sneaky nature, but really it's because whenever he strikes, he
Ferret's
always
sneaky?
leaves behind the foul stench of urine.
Never fear, officer. We'll catch this pissy nuisance and save the village fate. Or my name's not Captain Danger Evans. The community cohesion team are doing their best, but they simply don't have the smarts to solve this mystery. But I know someone who does. Someone who's about to blow this thing wide.
You're doing well on the broadcast.
Me! Blackout!
I like them saying blackout. That's good.
It's
That's
the
funny.
morning of the village fete. It's thanks to theatrical convention.
I sure hope everything goes to plan. Oh, look! There's Mrs. Craven setting up her cake stall.
And look, there's the motorcycle display team setting up for a show that will be far too expensive for live television.
I'm going to set up the coconut shy. What are you doing, Vicar?
First, I'm running the tombola. Then, I'll be selling forgiveness for money.
Aren't you judging the jams?
I couldn't possibly.
Well, that sounded like Mrs. Craven. Looks like someone sucked all the jam out of her donuts.
That damn ferret has struck again.
Whatever are we to do?
Although I'm very competent, I have no idea how to solve this case.
I guess we'll just have to cancel the fate.
Hold it right there. Ferret.
Where's the lack?
Me? Have you been drinking from the fire extinguishers again?
Not you. The Vicar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Admit it. You wanted the village fete cancelled so you could have the day off, didn't you?
I already have to work Sundays. I shouldn't have to work 2 days a week.
But how did you know?
Well, my first clue was the smell.
Yes, I do smell of urine.
Next, I noticed that the vicar's tongue was particularly dry, almost as if he'd been licking thousands and thousands of stamps.
Or perhaps eating Mrs. Craven's baking.
Which brings me on to my third clue. The vicar said that he had no more room.
What happens if I get, like, fired?
Almost as if he'd had his fill.
Precisely.
But you managed to figure it all out from that?
Well, I also found this at the scene.
That proves nothing. No!
Get him out of here, officer!
You did it, Captain. You could say you ferreted him out.
Hey, come on. Let's go and have a party in my massive garden. I am doing well.
Thanks to you, we're all doing well.
Okay.
That was it, the final ever episode of the Notice Board, and what a way to end it. Thank you as always to Jeff, Philippa and Tommy. After the break, we'll be both dancing and learning.
There's so much war happening outside.
That's the ads. Well done, everybody.
Wow! What
Okay,
a
Crazy
brilliant
Neil.
day. After party at my...
Alex, this is important. Tonight is our one chance. Please, please play our ad.
Buy yourself something nice. Buy yourself something twice as nice. Buy yourself something thrice as nice. Get yourself down and take some money from Crazy Neil. Pamper yourself and spend, spend, spend. Mrs. Neil, come on in. Tell them about our thrones.
Got big thrones.
Big thrones.
What happened to Neil?
Get some money. And the more you spend,
Did Neil become a
we've
capitalist?
got bigger thrones. Mansion thrones. Thrones you can throw at stones. Stones as big as thrones. What do we got?
Sorry, Crazy
We
Neil.
got tons of thrones. We got
This is
thrones
not
to put in
Neil,
your
this is
hallway,
Crazy
to put in
Neil.
your doorway, to put in
I
your
don't
doorway.
know. Should I play the tape?
Doorways.
I like
No,
even
thrones,
respond.
Thrones! We've got all sorts of crazy stuff to bling your experience. You want it in gold? We've got it in gold. We've got gold-plated strawberries, gold-plated bikes, gold-plated cars, gold-plated helicopter, gold-plated jet plane. We've got gold-plated gold. We gold-plate it, we melt it back down, we gold-plate it again. Gold! 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 Mrs. Neil, what can we give them? Yeah, she loves gold. She likes the feel of gold. She likes the taste of gold.
See, like, I feel like as a news network,
This is my shade.
it doesn't matter, like, what I want. It should be, I should show both sides, like, neutrally. And then the people should decide which side they like more. Like, I shouldn't favor one over the other, because then that sways people's opinions when they should form opinions on their own.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later in this segment, we're hoping to be able to go back to Patrick Bannon at the scene of tonight's shocking disruptive attack. I'm delighted to be joined.
Such a nice Hey, it's weird that there's like war sounds.
We'll be speaking with the cast in a moment, but first, let's take a look at them in action. Please give a warm National Nightly welcome to the Novaries.
don't know who the Novaries are.
Hello? Doctor? Yes, I see. Thank you for letting me know. I have a decent life. I'm a happy, loving wife. And my job is well paid and fulfilling. I have a husband, John. He's due home soon, won't be long. And I have to tell him something that is absolutely chilling. We share coffee in the morning.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have booed for her. I don't know what this is.
Time alone together to talk and laugh and play. We prioritize our needs. We do charitable deeds. But the flowers of a happy life are now beset by weeds.
I still never figured out how to do this.
Oh, darling John. Oh, dearest John. There's something very wrong. I've just had a conversation with our doctor, David Wong, so please be seated. This news will make you feel defeated. The scans revealed a lump. You poor unlucky chump.
Is it cancer?
Worse, oh, John. We're having a baby.
How can this be?
Oh, woe is me.
Why has this happened to me? I always wear 2 condoms for the maximum of safety.
In our tiny
You shouldn't do that.
now our lives are fucked. We're having a baby. Now you can't have any
So what is this?
wine at book club.
For?
And there won't be any
Like, what are we recording on here?
rubs.
Now your hair will stink of weed.
And you'll start to disagree.
And forget about that holiday in territory 3. No more waking up at 10:30.
Everything's still territories now. Which, I mean, like, honestly, borders are fucking, like, stupid and so weird when you think about them. But one government can't represent 8 billion people. You need to break it up somehow. It can't just be one person. Like, borders are stupid, but you need, you know, you need everyone to be represented.
No one draws things on the walls.
A happy husband.
A wonderful wife. We got a childless life.
We're having a baby.
We're having a baby. Changing nappies daily. We're having a baby. No more weekends by the coast. Now your kid is uppermost. It's more than a passing craze to have childless days.
We're having a baby.
Food and drink thrown everywhere. Death trap toys at the top of the stairs. Every parent prays to have childless days.
We're having a baby.
No more stars and no more we're having a baby. 18 years on pills and leaves. Time for a whole new phase. We're having a baby. One more thing before the show begins. Have you considered that you might be having twins?
I mean,
Amazing.
I don't see
The
any
Novaries
problem
there,
with the...
treating us to their opening number from Energy for a Childless Life, which is currently the hottest ticket in the Capital Theatre District. We'll be touring the territories later this year.
Come on, you guys.
Come on down.
I mean, I don't see anything that was a problem with that song.
Hi, Megan. It's an honour to be here.
Oh, really? Are you fans of the show? Used to be. Well, listen, let's get stuck in. Your amazing musical. Now, I mean, not
All the
only
war sounds.
do you perform this show every single night,
With matinees on Wednesday and Saturday.
right, but you're also the show's creators, am I right?
Well, everyone contributed their ideas, and then some of us went away and did the actual work on the script. But no, it's very much a team effort.
Oh, that's fantastic. How rude of me. I've not introduced any of you. I'll be the one being replaced next. Let's go down the line, shall we?
Hi, I'm Jack. Hi,
Jim Blunt. Pleasure to be here.
Jennifer Boreham Woodley.
Hello, I'm John Sapley. I used to be in the business professionally.
My name's Jill, with a J.
And I'm Janet. I'm the youngest. And I'm Janet.
That's incredible. And you were all friends previously. I mean, what a coincidence, right? I mean, what a coincidence, right? With your names beginning with a J. With your names beginning with a J.
Oh my goodness, guys! Our names all begin with J.
How have we never noticed that?
Because you haven't typed them out 1,000 times?
You knew? Why didn't you say anything?
I thought we all knew. It's bloody obvious, isn't it? I just thought we were doing a funny thing, or we never mentioned it. And I believe as well as being friends, you're also couples. In real life as well as in the show.
Well, not exactly.
I'm not married to him.
I'm with Janet.
And I'm with John, you lucky bean.
Jim and I are married.
4 fabulous years.
Well, that must make for some confusion in the rehearsal room.
Well, you should have seen the first draft. Jen decided that Jack would play Jim, I would play Jack, Jen Janet, Jill Jen, Janet Jill, Jen.
What about John?
Well, my character was originally just called Man One.
It was allegorical.
It was very confusing.
Not for a professional.
After much toing and froing.
And gnashing and wailing.
And gin and tonic.
We decided that we'd just use our own names, which
is less truthful.
We're also less likely to go into the wrong dressing room.
Oh God, yeah, that would be very embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Of course, when I first wrote it, we were only meant to run for a few nights at the Nimbley Village Hall, but when I registered it with the Department for Culture, it caught the eye of someone high up, and before you could say overnight sensation, we were transferring to the capital.
I love her
Bit of a roller
outfit
coaster, really.
and makeup.
19. I'm the youngest.
You really don't have to repeat that.
I had to give up my job as a mortuary technician.
Yes, we all had to move to the capital.
I love that job.
It's been a very turbulent time.
So peaceful, no singing. So peaceful, no singing.
This piece isn't.
Stand by, Alex. Censor the orange.
About children. And why you shouldn't have them.
I'm not censoring anything.
In a way, I guess it is political, with a small p. After all, we are a solid unit, and eagle-eyed audience members will see we nod our heads to advance on stage throughout, and we target the messaging at women aged 22, well about 35, as they're the most likely to be afflicted by this terrible problem. Terrible problem.
Having children.
You understand, Megan.
You clearly
Like accidental pregnancy.
This isn't about me. Of course, we see that there are advantages to a family unit, but eagle-eyed couples
Oh, is she
watch as
pregnant or
parasites
something?
advance on their lives, and there's no time to play the guitar, get through a book, or watch a movie. They're exhausted, passed out on the couch by 20 to 9, for God's sake.
Very chatty tonight, dear.
Usually I'm the chatty one.
You're the youngest, we know. It's not a badge of honour, Janet. It's not a badge of honour, Janet.
Oh, well said, John. Thanks, Jack. Got you back.
So could you just tell us what is the play about? What happens in it?
Well,
go ahead.
It's a tragedy, obviously. Jennifer, myself, and John have their child, and then the story charts the downfall of their hopes and dreams.
And there's lots of singing.
And dancing.
A lot.
My character works at a menu centre for a distribution unit. Eagle-eyed, she sees her friend's rapid advance to a pit of despair. Becoming a target for children's TV advertising at the age of 22, she decides to take drastic action. I can't really say more though. I probably said too much already.
Let's not spoil the second act for anyone who might come to see it.
Which should be all of you. For too long, we've been told that a life without children is somehow incomplete, that children are a blessing. Well, I've done the research, and they're not.
Besides, there's already loads of bastards running around all over the place.
We just want people to have the option of a happy
child-free life without stigma.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's fair. You don't have to have kids. If you want to have kids, you have kids. You don't want to have kids, you don't have to have kids.
Called Julia Jacobs. She was an
Valid either
experiment,
way.
I guess, you know, a chance to dip my toes into the
Fascinating. Well, thank you all so much for coming in tonight. I really hope you keep them dancing in the aisles for many performances to come. The Nova is there. And I am pleased to say we can now go back to Patrick Bannon to get the latest from the scene of tonight's horrific events. Patrick, you okay? Thank you.
They took Patrick and shot him off screen.
It's Patrick Bannon reporting from the scene of tonight's devastating and symbolic attack tonight this evening. An attack
Oh, the war sounds are getting louder.
I have been found myself caught up in. I'm still a little dazed and a little deaf, Megan. So I hope you'll forgive me if I seem that it's time to speak with the Prime Minister. Mrs. Salisbury, that's you. You're still here. The Prime Minister.
I couldn't leave. Not when there were people that needed help. Any team player would have done the same. I don't deserve praise for being human.
And murdering millions of other humans?
Or lemonade. Right. Or lemonade. So, is the situation now? Are we safe?
Yes. The security services
Christ.
performed their duties without hesitation, and I would like to assure the public that although there have been some
Really
injuries,
loud.
there were no civilian
Oh,
deaths here
look.
this evening.
Oh, that's good news about the Sorry, did you say no death?
That's right. No civilian deaths. Just the 4 disrupt terrorists curtailed by law enforcement, who were, as always, so cohesive. If I may, I have a message for your viewers.
Speak there, on the camera there. Speak there, on the camera.
Stay at home tonight. Do not become another casualty of war. Disrupt have had their moment. But, as the dear departed Peter Clements once famously said, it ends today.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Thank you for those strong words of strength. Back to the studio, Megan. Now in the studio with Megan Wolf.
Dang.
Patrick Bannon there, bravely reporting from the front line of tonight's horrifying bombing. Maybe you need to get checked out, Patrick. Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's National Nightly News. But before we go,
My name is Alan James, and I speak for Disrupt. This will very likely be the last you hear from me. In a moment, my squad and I are going to attempt to cripple a high-value target, to meet the team. And if the truth be told,
Wait, how do I...
we are so few, and they are so many.
allowed to happen. Our government
I don't
have
know.
lured Disrupt out from the shadows, and they are not the overwhelming force they would have you believe. The military have been actioned, and well, it's pretty scary for us. So stay at home and stay with Channel 1, because the team has assured this programme that the turbulence will soon be over, and to once again focus our minds on building the
should I like get under my desk? Currently being bombed. Oh, I didn't even set up the disrupt. No! Don't. Okay, but they shouldn't be firing rocket launchers in a city either. Oh my god. Okay. Where did I even get that? Achievement unlocked. It ends today. Where did I even get that walkie-talkie? Ooh, A+. Across the board. I received a generous bonus. Oh well, sometimes splurging. Well off. That's good for me. No, why did advance go up? Why did advance go up? I was doing everything I could to make them go down. Not everything I could, but... No. Day 9/13, an important review. Okay, it's the next day. I don't know why advance went up. I guess I could've... You arrive at work early despite a stressful journey in. You still aren't sure of everything that happened, though if it isn't the swarm of CCOs all over the building, if the swarm of CCOs all over the building is anything to go by, this isn't just a Channel 1 matter. This is confirmed when you are informed you need to speak to Bozeman immediately and you are escorted to his office. You sit nervously outside waiting for your boss. A few minutes later, the boss man arrives, disheveled and with a stern-looking CCO in tow. Ah, yes, Winston. Good. This is Specialist Abels. She will be observing this interview. Please come inside and take a seat. The ruddy-faced man bustles into his office and leaves the door open for you to follow. A few times you've been here before, it was immaculate with everything in its proper place. Not so today. It must be serious for Bozeman to be this flustered. So, Alex, do you know why you're in here today? Bozeman's eyes are sharp and his gaze is fixed on your face from across the desk. Abels is standing behind you, out of sight, but definitely not out of mind. I wasn't involved with anything that happened yesterday. What happened last night was nothing short of a culmination of heinous and outrageous campaign of terror that Disrupt have been reaping on this nation and its territories. Bozeman shoots a glance behind you to your left, where your CCO and Zoe is standing. Am I saying this, or is he saying this? And it is, of course, I think he's saying this. And it is, of course, our duty to root out this rot wherever we find it, to prevent anything like last night happening ever again. I have been asked by Advance to perform interviews with all staff members involved, and will be submitting a personal review of your performance, both during the incident in question and throughout your time here. Elian, well. Shoots you a quick smile. Don't worry, it'll be all fine. Arranging some papers, Bozeman clears his throat and begins. Obviously, a lot happened last night, and I have a number of interviews to conduct today, so I'd rather none of them take any longer than necessary. Please be brief, concise, and clear in your answers. You nod. So let's start from the beginning of the broadcast and work our way through. After the attack at the memorial, you seem to have portrayed the terrorists in quite a sympathetic light. Why? I showed what was happening. Yes, of course, with everything in flux, you weren't to know what would happen next. I'm certain you did the best you could, Alex. You always do. Bozeman scribbles some notes down, the noise of his pen scratching into the notepad, punctuated only by the constant tick-tock of his ornate clock. Hopefully this will all be over soon. At this point, Bozeman took out a pair of glasses and placed them, somewhat delicately, on the end of his nose. Then the portly man leaned forward to examine his notes in detail. Now, obviously, we expect the odd bit of interference here and there, unavoidable. However, he paused, turning the page at agonizing pace. Interference is not the same as terrorist propaganda. Would you care to explain how quite so much of their messaging found its way into our airwaves? I mean, I tried to get rid of it. At the corner of your eye, you note I said the machine was well, I forgot how to use the machine to get it to go away. I was trying. At the corner of your eye, you note Specialist Abels is visibly more attentive, waiting for your boss's response. While it's certainly true accidents happen with the various stresses of last night's broadcast, I don't think anyone could begrudge you a slight drop in attention. Bozeman smiles warmly at you, and Abels return to their passive silence. You offer a strained smile back. It's obvious I've obviously got a lot more interviews ahead of me, so I think we can leave it there for now, Alex. Bozeman looks at the CCO and, seeming to get the response he wants, nods. Thankfully, Disrupt reported last night, and we're still strong on the air. You can head back to your post now. Thank you for your time. Back to normal? Oh. How many years has it been? Day 217? Banquet for some. Wait. I'm gonna do the math. Okay, I'm gonna put in my calculator. 12, 17 divided by 365. It's been like 3 years since I started. A bit over. Like 3 1/3 years. So, what, like 3 years, 4 months, I guess? Alright. 1217, a banquet for some. I think I already read that. Whatever. It's your anniversary, and this year you've got a plan. A week away could be just what the doctor ordered for you and Sam, but it won't be cheap. More than you normally spend with Sam's worth it. For pending spending that much on a holiday might be frivolous, though. I don't know if I trust going away during a war. See, like, in a normal situation, I'd be like, yeah, go on a vacation with your partner. But... I'm worried about the war that's going on. Plus, I don't know. I'm gonna say it's gonna be much frivolous. Still, just because you can't have a holiday doesn't mean you can't make tonight special. You have the day off, so you can try to make a nice romantic meal for this evening. But they did expressly tell you not to bother this morning. You think a cheap last-minute gesture won't change anything. For their exact words. It'll be nice to have a lovely evening together. Yeah, that's fine. You get to work, turning the house into a perfect romantic setting for tonight. Everything's going according to plan. Sam's gonna love it. Impatiently, you wait for them to arrive. I'm scared. Even you and Chris seem to be on the same page for the first time in years. Maybe it's been long enough for them to forgive you, or perhaps they've decided they were unfair to ask you, but either way, you're grateful for the newfound peace. They even helped you clean up the house today, so when Sam gets back from work, it'll be pristine. Your key's in the lock and put the final touches in place. As Sam steps into the hallway, you're waiting in the doorway to the kitchen, dressed to the nines and acting as nonchalant as possible. Alex, what's all this? Oh my god, did you clean? And what's that smell? They give you a quick kiss and they step past you into the kitchen, where the banquet is laid out, candles lit. Chris and Charlie standing quietly, grinning. Oh my god, Alex. Happy anniversary, Sam. Happy anniversary comes to the chorus from your two cheerleaders as Sam turns to you, smiling with tears in their eyes. Alex, it's perfect. Sam rushes over and kisses you softly, only breaking off when you get a little less than subtle cough from Charlie. So Charlie is my son, and Chris is my in-law. So I got officially accepted into the community cohesion management program, Charlie blurts out. And that's our cue. Come on, Charlie, time for us to go. Have fun, you two. Chris, thank you sincerely. I'm not doing well reading this, sorry. You're welcome. Now I should go get... That's not right. Now I should go get our dinner. You can grill Charlie when he's back. Tomorrow. As in, not tonight. See ya. With a wink, they finish ushering Charlie out of the house. You pull out Sam's chair for them. Why, thank you, Sam says, taking a seat and grinning at you. So Charlie's been busy. They shake their head as you take your own seat opposite them. Tomorrow. For now, you really didn't have to do all this, Alex. Sorry, God. I know, I wanted to. I love you, Sam. I love you too, they breathe, admiring the panoply of food you've prepared for them. Now where on earth do I begin? They laugh as you pour the first glass of champagne of the evening. You're very lucky to have such a wonderful family. Who could ask for more? Yeah, I think that's fair. A great romantic evening. Christ, it's been so long. But no vacation, because I'm worried about the war. Everything's ready. You and Sam have been trying to watch Bullet Man for years, but you missed it in the cinemas, and it never seemed to be in stock when one of you went to pick up the VHS. Yeah, what year is this supposed to take place in? Because we have like old TVs and stuff. Now you're just waiting for them to get home so you can start. You hear the door open as you put a bowl of popcorn on the coffee table. And like interference, like interfering, I think you need like old analog TVs to do interference like that, right? Or no? Satellite? No, you can't. I don't know. I don't know technology. There's like some old kind of TV was easy to interfere with, and now you can't really do that because it's different. I don't know. I think analog. I don't know. We're all ready to go. Get your butt in here. Then comes in with a vacant stare, ignoring both film and snacks as they sit down next to you. You have to actually nudge them to break their stupor. Sam, what is it? I've been let go from work. Sam is just staring into space. Apparently, there just isn't a need for 2 nursery teachers anymore. Not enough children, so they can't justify the expense. Honey, I'm so sorry. It'll be okay. You'll find another place. No, you don't get it. There just isn't that demand for younger years teachers anymore. Not just here, anywhere. Come on, some people gotta be having kids. Unless the radiation thoroughly fucked up everyone's reproductive system. Probably ruined all your eggs. Everyone's probably infertile now. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna do. You pull Sam into a hug. We'll be fine, Sam. We've saved well. We'll get through this, no problem. Oh, my current wealth changed. Not worrying every day. Yeah. No. Yeah, the radiation. We haven't talked. I feel like we haven't talked enough about the nukes. I guess you're right. I just hate putting this burden on you. Sam pulls back and looks at you. But I'll find something, I promise. We're a team. They laugh. God, I can't believe I just said that. I sound like a bloody advance advert. You chuckle. We are, though, and we'll get through this together. We are an advance advert. No. You flick Bullet Man on, finally finishing the film after years of build-up. Typical Hollywood blockbuster. Not best sold on its writing, but enjoyable nonetheless. Later that night, long after Sam's fallen asleep, cocooned in the duvet, you find yourself wide awake thinking about money. How long will your savings actually last? I'm worried about money this whole time. Don't ever worry about anything else. I'm gonna leave it here. That's gonna be it for this episode. I will see you in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know why I'm doing this, but thank you for watching.